Hello friends, welcome to my channel Mazhab Loch. Today we will discuss about the electronegativity of the elements. Electronegativity of an element is a measure of the power of attraction of an atom for a shared pair of electrons in a covalent bond. In other words, it is the ability of an element to attract a shared pair of electrons towards itself in a covalent bond. And its trend is across the periodic table, the electronegativity increases from left to right in a periodic table as the number of valence electrons increases. When we move from left to right in a periodic table, the number of electrons increases gradually. And when we move from down the group, electronegativity values decreases from top to bottom in any group as the atomic radii increases. In other words, the shell number is increases. For example, hydrogen have one shell, lithium two shells, 3 electrons and 2 shells, and sodium has 3 shells. First shell contains 2 electrons, second shell contains 8 electrons, and third shell contain 1 electron. Means that when we move from top to bottom, the number of shells increases. That's why the last valence electron is far away gradually in a periodic table from top to bottom. The third, the metals are the least electronegative elements while non-metals are most electronegative because metals have tendency to lose the electrons. They have a tendency to lose the electron. That why metals are least electronegative, and the non-metals means that fluorine, halogens family, fluorine, chlorine, bromine are the most electronegative element, oxygen, nitrogen. These are the periodic table. The yellow color, the yellow color are the electronegativity between 2 to 2.9, and the orange color indicate that the most electronegative, fluorine, chlorine, oxygen and nitrogen. In the periodic table, these elements have highest electronegativity 4. Fluorine have 4 electronegativity, which is the most electronegative element in the periodic table. 3 to 4, these are the oranges, and the purple color indicates these are the metals and they contains less than 1.5 electronegativity, and the light blue color is the transition elements and it contains 1.5 to 1.9 electronegativity. Electronegativity and indicates the bond types. The bigger the difference of electronegativity or more ionic the bond is. For example, the electronegativity values can be used for the predict bond types. A difference in electronegativity between the two atoms is greater than 1.7 indicate the bond is ionic. For example, NaCl, there is sodium, this is a metal, and chlorine is a halogen. That's why that's why the electronegativity difference is more than 1.7. That is why it is a ionic bond. The difference in electronegativity between two atoms is less than 1.9. 1.7 indicate that the bond is covalent. Bond is covalent. The polar covalent has uneven share of electrons. The electronegativity difference is of more than 0 but less than 1.7. These are the non-polar covalent bonds. In third point, this is a non-polar knot. This is a polar covalent that less than 1.7. And 100% covalent compounds or 100% covalent compounds have electronegativity value 0. This generally only happens when fluorine and fluorine, hydrogen and hydrogen, chlorine and chlorine, Cl2, F2 hydrogen molecule have the same element are the non-polar molecules and 100% covalent because both the elements have the similar electronegativity. This is the bond polarity and electronegativity. There is no sharp distinction between the bonding types. Fluorine, HF and LIF. LIF is a metal. Hydrogen is also a electropositive element. Fluorine is electronegative element. F2 have the same electronegative values. That's why this is a non-polar. For example, HF, hydrogen has electronegativity value of 2.1 and fluorine has electronegativity 4.0. The difference between 1.9. This is the ionic character. Investigate the bond type between the following atoms HF, HS, which of the following compounds? This is for you. I will set this and give me the answer in the comment section. Okay friends, in any question comment me. Friends, about any query about this lecture, comment me, and you can ask any question in the comment section about this lecture.